politics.
And we're out of time. Hey, y'all, gravity, any day above ground limit. Hopefully you had a wonderful day yesterday. You were productive and you were staying warm. Staying cool, I should say. This shit's getting real out here. The shit is getting real. But you knew that already because New Black Media has kept you abreast of what's going on with BRICS. We've kept you abreast of what's happening with the Russia-Ukraine white supremacist bitch slap fight. We kept you abreast of what's going on with them Saudis because the Saudis did something yesterday that no news organization is talking about. They all focused on that Russia piece. They want you to focus on Biden and shitting himself. Family, I don't want to alarm you, but it's about to get real. It's going to get expensive. If you know some skills for survival, great. Teach the next Black person. We've hit turbulence.
This is way over the edge. Like we it's not even over the edge. We died already.
This is beyond the event horizon. Like we about to hit the vortex.
Yeah, we about to hit the vortex.
Yeah.
Karen Dorsey, good morning. Miss Nisi, good morning. Anthony Ruger Phillips. Da. Cosmo Fury, good morning. Miss Nisi, thank you for being a member for 8 months. Remember, it's 99 cents, helps me invest back in the platform, buy toys and clothes for the baby. And when you do become a member, or let us know how long you've been a member, or you buy a super chat or a super sticker, we tell you how much of a blessing that is. And you get this hit. Tommy Dorsey, good morning. Jerry Bedford, good morning. Casey Malone, good morning. Oh, I think I said that already. No, that was Karen. Bert, good morning. Rokamuro, good morning. For those who haven't said anything in the live chat or the comments, good morning. Let's just get into it because there's going to be a lot of information disseminated here today that you need to know about.
Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purpose, such as criticism, commenting, news, reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, education, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
You know, let me go here. There's a growing concern.
We could start here. Now, for those who watch the news, you will know that Russia has sent down to the Caribbean warships for the next 3 months, family. They will be off the coast of Miami Because basically, if you do your geography, Cuba and Miami are not that far apart. So basically, they're going to be off the coast of Miami doing drills with the Cuban army. So via Newsweek yesterday, Russian state TV discusses nuclear war prospects. Nuclear war. We gonna have fun this summer. Russian state TV hosts and Kremlin propagandists have floated the prospect of a nuclear war breaking out amid the ongoing war in Ukraine. Yes, on the program New World, hosted by Marina Kim, a member of Russia's State Duma, discussed the country's nuclear war prospects. There have been warnings from Deputy Foreign Minister Sergei Ryabkov that the country's nuclear doctrine could be amended due to the unacceptable and escalatory actions of the West. Russia's nuclear doctrine lays out the conditions under which it can use such weapons. Let's see what this is. Where is this sound? That music is the worst, but I like it. They love playing that Eastern European house music. And no, Biden will not become the new JFK. $51 billion. This cocksucker in Congress gave this dancing bitch ass $51 billion. Could have kept that home. You could have used that to help the HBCUs. They gave this man $51 billion. Most colleges in this country, they don't even touch that in endowments. He gave it to this punk. Okay. You wonder why I keep telling y'all vote them all out. All right. He talking that shit. That is, the response can be asymmetric. We will think about it. Lord have mercy. Let's get it. Meanwhile, in Russia, prominent figures explain their deranged belief that if Russia starts a nuclear war, it can win it. They also describe misusing funds allocated for nuclear non-proliferation and disarmament to build up Russia's nuclear capability. Madam, you know why they can win it? Because they have hypersonic missiles. That's how they can win it. All you got to do is arm one of those hypersonic missiles or a few dozen with nuclear capabilities. We can't stop it. Maybe you didn't know this. Julia, have you studied the technology? The US does not have weapons capable of stopping a hypersonic missile. But it doesn't matter also at that point, because if they fire off hypersonic missiles with nuclear capabilities, everybody loses. I'm curious. I want to hear what they said. I'm curious. Oh Lord. I bet you I'm gonna get in trouble for playing this. How much you want to bet?
Мы можем выиграть ядерную войну, если мы вдруг начнем ее.
So ain't nobody gonna talk English. Say less.
Новым сезоном.
Wait a minute. So nobody gonna talk English. Okay. You know what? I don't care. If you're not gonna speak English, we're not reading subtitles. This is not anime. We're all right. We're cool. Yeah. So we're gonna go to this. I'm not. It's too early. Here we go.
Footage that was released by Russian state media as well. This was actually released by the Russian Ministry of Defense, showing one of the Russian warships sailing towards Cuba. Okay, so here it is. This is the Admiral Gorchkov, I think it is. Okay, very advanced warship here. Okay, so this is very, very serious, guys. For all we know, this Russian sub could be nuclear armed, and the U.S. has deployed 3 guided missile destroyers to Cuba to monitor the Russian warships and the sub. They deployed footage that was released by Russian state media as well. This was actually released by the Russian Ministry of Defense, showing one of the Russian warships sailing towards Cuba.
I'm probably gonna get in trouble because I played all this. I know damn well I'm gonna get in trouble. But it's okay. So there's that. That's them sending that shit over there. Oh, I'm gonna give y'all a surprise near the end of the show, family. Well, broadcast. You're gonna have a surprise. I will be on camera and I will have on the kente cloth because you know what? Fuck it. We're gonna do it now. No, we're not. We're gonna save that for the end because I want this to go out as a high point. I want this to go out as a laugh. We're gonna wait on that. I want y'all to see what I'm gonna show you later. Y'all gonna have fun. You can I want to give it to y'all now, pause. But we're gonna wait. Okay. So you got that information, right? I want to show y'all something. It's science time. How Russian hypersonic missile carrier compares to U.S. destroyers. A group of Russian ships and submarines moved further into the Atlantic Ocean on its way to Cuba, conducting missile tests en route. 4 Russian vessels, including a nuclear submarine and a naval frigate, are due to arrive in Cuba by Wednesday, which was yesterday. U.S. officials said that while they would be monitoring the activity very closely, the Navy doesn't see the move as threatening or dangerous. You got a motherfucker like literally like 80 miles away from you, and that's not a threat. You see what I'm talking about? But remember, they had that Russian sub that was off the coast of California a few months back, and they were ready to go war over that. But this ain't war. This ain't an act of aggression. Okay. Vote them all out. The submarine, part of Russia's new Admiral Gorchkov class, is equipped with Zircon hypersonic missiles. Hypersonic missiles again. Capable of hitting sea and ground targets. Russian President Vladimir Putin highlighted the Zircons as a way of penetrating anti-missile defenses. Conversely, the U.S. remains reliant on its fleet of 73 destroyers, which are deployed across the Atlantic and Pacific. Admiral Gorchkov frigates Zircon hypersonic missiles, which travel at speeds of Mach 9 and have a range exceeding 1,000 kilometers or 621 miles. Additionally, they carry Caliber and Onyx cruise missiles, providing more versatility for conventional combat. U.S. destroyers like the USS Truxtun and USS Delbert D. Black are equipped with the Aegis combat system, SM-2 and SM-6 missiles for air defense, and Tomahawk missiles for long-range strike capabilities. Boy, it sounds like we finna lose. Okay. So you got that. Now, you saw the thumbnail and you're like, so where does BRICS fit into this? What if I told you that they're gonna fuck around and create a new Axis, the new Axis powers? What if I told you that? Would you believe me? You probably would. But some of y'all might not. Well, we're gonna show you.
You know, let me go here. There's a growing concern in
Oops. North Korea has entered the chat. Putin's Pyongyang visit factors Northeast Asia into diplomatic equation.
Huh?
How many times have I told y'all politics are so much fun? Vote them all out. Rhetorical commitment to stronger ties anticipated in Kim Putin meeting. Kim Jong-un. Let's find out what they said. Russian President Vladimir Putin is expecting to visit North Korea within a few days in an apparent reciprocal gesture to North Korean leader Kim Jong-un's trip to Russia's Far East last November. The visit, confirmed by an official at the South Korean presidential office, seems to be Moscow's response to Pyongyang's desire to showcase the close relations between the two sides of the world. This is expected to complicate the diplomatic equations involving the two Koreas, Russia and China. By the way, North Korea and South Korea threw shots at each other, like literal shots. I'm not even talking about like verbal. Like they threw bullets at each other the other day. I think they did it at the DMZ. But we were concerned because I heard about it and I read it, but they wanted us concerned with fucking Caitlin Clark while they were doing that. I just want y'all to understand this. Kenan Hotep, hello. I liked your broadcast last night. That was fire. Yes, Casey. Yes, I did say that. They threw bullets at each other the other day. Yes, they did. I'll show it to you. Here you go. Just so you think I'm not lying to you. Y'all CNN didn't tell you this. Fox News didn't tell you this. Just like they didn't tell you about the black man who got killed down here in Atlanta 2 years ago at Fogo de Chao. They didn't tell you this. They didn't tell you. They didn't even want to play the body cam footage. I found it on X. But yeah, them two threw shots at each other the other day. But they love, and they say they love you so much. Okay. Experts suggest that the level of cooperation achieved during Putin's upcoming visit will shape the geopolitical dynamics of Northeast Asia in the near future. During a press briefing Thursday, a South Korean presidential official said the Russian president is expected to visit North Korea in a few days, confirming a series of foreign media reports on the purported visit, citing preparation works for large-scale ceremonies at Pyongyang. If realized, it would be Putin's first trip to Pyongyang in 24 years. The Kremlin said earlier that Putin had accepted Kim's invitation to visit North Korea during their previous meeting in Russia's Vostochny Cosmodrome Space Launch Center, where the Russian leader promised to help the North build military satellites. Bombs over Pyongyang. Yeah. Bombs over Pyongyang. Ain't gonna be no outcasts running through the streets and jumping into caddies. Motherfucker gonna be jumping into bunkers. Let's get it. During the planned visit, Putin and Kim are expected to review the exchanges between their two sides since their last meeting and discuss ways to further enhance their bilateral relations. Attracting international attention is the level of agreements the two sides will sign in strategic areas, which may encompass the revival or signing of treaties that define their military relations. And how much you want to bet Putin brought the good vodka? Woo! You gotta love it, family. This is what I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to make politics fun for y'all, so y'all can go outside. It may be scary, but it can be fun because you will be ahead of the curve. Remember, family, and I'm not tooting my own horn. Yes, I am, because I get paid tomorrow. Look, I brought y'all Project 2025 before anybody else was talking about it on this side of the sector. And now look, I bet you if you go on X or your social media right now, you see more people talking about it. You were ahead of the curve. Blacklight and myself brought you BRICS data. We've done BRICS broadcast together. Past a year ago. Now everybody in 2024 started talking about BRICS. You're ahead of the curve. How many of your people told you about Korea throwing shots at each other? You'll be ahead of the curve once Putin and Kim meet. That's when they're gonna give you. They want you to be late, so you can't be proactive. We're trying to help y'all out here. This is what we do. Because it's high time our people stop being reactive. We start being proactive. Go get your power tools. Bruh, shout out to Great Black Shark. He gave me a lot of information this morning. Y'all got to hear this. Do you know that Russia and China are doing war games right now? Do you know that? Yes, they are. Yes, they are, baby. Yes, they are. My nigga, yes, they are. I bet you they didn't tell you that. I just want to bet they didn't tell you that. Bet you they didn't tell you that, right? There you go. They think they're gonna get to their rival and be like, yo, go tell Russia to go sit down. Yeah, all right. Yeah, all right. If I'm G, I'm like, listen, I don't know what that man doing. That's that man war. I ain't got nothing to do with that. I'm just trying to make money. And if you call me with this bullshit again, I'm gonna call in my loans and fuck up your entire economy. So don't call me with this bullshit again. Nah, you know what? You know what's funny, family? He ain't say that. He ain't say that. That's not what he said. This is what he said.
You know what I'm saying? I got the spot out of town. You know what I'm saying? My man and them is out there already. His girl is a cop. And the niggas that said that, you know what I'm saying? Niggas is hustling. So you want me to put up on that? Yeah. You know, only gonna can get it. I mean, you hear me? Right now, you're kind of acting, you know. I don't want to fuck with you because you are. Police all that watch you. See, the feds good at watch you, right? Blood clot, no. I ain't going back to jail, dog. I ain't going back to jail. Next time the county or the state see me, it's gonna be in the back. You thinking you was a real dread, man? You scared because you good? Hold on. You come in my house. Don't you ever bring scared business to me. You're looking at the toughest rascal Jamaican in the United States of America. I run shit. I kill for nothing. And I make like some money. I deal with the business. Don't bring that shit to me again. You hear me?
That's what he told that man. That's what Xi's people just told Biden's people. Don't bring that shit to me. You G7 niggas, y'all leave me alone. Leave me the fuck alone. I'm trying to build these motherfucking skyscrapers out here. I'm trying to get Hong Kong back in the fold. I'm trying to get this economy popping because they about to pull some bullshit out here. That's what I'm trying to do. Don't tell me about what Russia doing. Russia doing what they gonna do. Me and him, we got our own problems. I ain't coming over here. I don't infiltrate. So screw off. That's what he told them. I'm sure I'm gonna get a copyright on that. I don't give a fuck. Yeah. I know this seems quick, family. I know this seems quick. But it's a lot of information that I gotta give to you. By the way, I know some of y'all noticed the little Saudi I had at the beginning in the thumbnail. I noticed y'all saw that. While they, I know I did my broadcast about Lily. By the way, we're gonna have a members only stream maybe tomorrow night. I ain't sure. It depends on how I feel after I get out of work. Kind of could do it tonight, but I don't want to do it tonight. I'm kind of tired. Maybe Friday night. That bro got cooked in a Twitter space, bro. And Valentina Gomez got cooked in the same space. We might have to react to that. But I know I was doing that content, and then before that I was doing the Caitlin Clark Team USA content. Shout out to y'all for running up the numbers. I was also paying attention to something that you're about to see. Check this out. While they're giving you bullshit, and Stephen A. Smith running outside talking about how he not meeting Will Smith and all the bullshit out there. It's funny that the news didn't want to tell you is out there, and it's true because I confirmed it. But the funny thing is, they didn't want to tell you that it was a done deal. Family, remember what I said at the beginning, that it's about to get expensive? This is why.
Let me go here. There's a growing concern
because we told you last year on this that the Saudis getting into BRICS, it was game over. I also told you that once Guyana gets in, it's really going to be game over. For all my video game people, you know how they make these stories now that you think it's the actual story and then you have the twist? Meet the twist. Yeah. Yesterday, the US and the Saudis ended their petrodollar pact agreement. After half a century, they're not going to deal in the petrodollar anymore. Who's ready for $4 gas prices again? Who's ready? Raise your goddamn hand. The 50-year petrodollar agreement between the U.S. and Saudi Arabia was just allowed to expire. The term petrodollar refers to the U.S. dollar's role as the currency used for crude oil transactions on the world market. What have I been telling y'all for months about all these different countries that are in BRICS using their own currency to trade? instead of getting away from instead of using that petrodollar, instead of using U.S. currency, we just told y'all a few months back that they were giving back the U.S. dollar. They were putting it on the world market. Devaluing the dollar. You were ahead of the curve. This arrangement has its roots in the 1970s when the United States and Saudi Arabia struck a deal shortly after the U.S. went off the gold standard that would go on to have far-reaching consequences for the global economy. In the history of global finance, few agreements have wielded as many benefits as the petrodollar pact did for the U.S. economy. But I find it highly ironic that they got off the gold standard in the 70s, but now are trying to get back on the gold standard in 2024 when these other countries tell you, word, we're going to do our own thing, screw you. When we don't have that much gold to start with. The petrodollar agreement, formalized after the 1973 oil crisis, stipulated that Saudi Arabia would price its oil exports exclusively in U.S. dollars and invest its surplus oil revenues in U.S. Treasury bonds. In return, the U.S. provided military support and protection to the kingdom. This arrangement was a win-win situation for both. The U.S. gained a stable source of oil and a captive market for its debt, while Saudi Arabia secured its economic and overall security. Oil being denominated in U.S. dollars alone has significance beyond the categories of oil and finance. By mandating that the oil be sold in U.S. dollars, the agreement elevated the dollar status as the world's reserve currency. This, in turn, has profoundly impacted the U.S. economy. The global demand for dollars to purchase oil has helped to keep the currency strong, making imports relatively cheap for American consumers. Come here. Everybody get up. I need y'all to get as close to your device as you can. I need y'all to hear this. I'll say this again. The global demand for dollars to purchase oil has helped to keep the currency strong, making imports relatively cheap for American consumers. Additionally, the influx of foreign capital into U.S. Treasury bonds has supported low interest rates and a robust bond market. What have you been seeing the last few months? Well, we'll even say the last 2 years. What have you seen? Things have gone up, right? Everything has gotten more expensive. Why is that? Because, of course, the government ain't going to tell you. We'll tell you. BRICS has been working in the shadows, telling these countries, listen, we're trying to make the global south. You need to use your own money for once. Stop devaluing yourself just to work with the Americans. We value your money. The rest of the world should value your money. The West doesn't want to value it except to exploit you. India, stop sending your money to Britain and the US. Start investing it in Africa. Talk to China. I know you two have that Silk Road beef, but talk to them. It may be shaky. You may not get what you want in the end, but you might get something. And here we are. China and India are using their own dollars to buy shit with each other. Funny how that works. Why use bonds to control the world market when I could just put my vast amounts of gold that I've collected under the table for years and put that out there against my dollar, against my currency? Now them same markets can't fuck with it, because for them to fuck with it, they'd have to devalue the price of gold, and that's going to fuck everybody. And trust and believe, they don't want to fuck their own money. Damn, they are duplicitous, boy. Woo! But of course, America ain't gonna tell you that. Because then we would have woken up in 2020 and well, everybody would have woken up in 2020 and there'd be no government right now. Not the one that we have right now. Everybody would have been voted out, including Trump. Biden wouldn't even had a chance to run because he allowed this. Him and Obama, they allowed this. Remember, Obama said way back in 2011, he don't see them as a threat. Here we are 13 years later. They're a threat. A clear and present danger, but of course, let's worry about the bullshit. Say less. In his recent book, Bonfire of the Sanities, December 2023, best-selling author and investment manager David Wright argues the strength of the dollar is a key factor behind America's high standard of living. Wright declares that the reason why people in the U.S. enjoy as high of a standard of living as we do is because the dollar is strong. Wright then explains their strength is partly because of faith in our economy and because energy can't be bought without U.S. dollars. Well, they certainly changed that now, didn't they? However, the petrodollar's dominance may be facing its most significant challenge yet. The agreement between the U.S. and Saudi Arabia expired on June 9th, 4 days ago. This expiration has far-reaching implications as it has the potential to disrupt the global financial order. Who's ready for a new recession? Who's ready for another temporary recession that's going to be the one that flips everything on its head? Everybody else in the world is going to get out of it except the West. This expiration has, I read that. The shifting power dynamics in the oil market are a critical factor in this development. The rise of alternative energy sources such as renewables and natural gas has reduced the world's reliance on oil. Furthermore, the emergence of new oil-producing nations such as Brazil and Canada has challenged the traditional dominance of the Middle East. You see how they're leaving out Guyana, but I see there's a reason why they want to do that. The petrodollar's expiration could weaken the U.S. dollar and, by extension, the U.S. financial markets. If oil were to be priced in a currency other than the dollar, it could lead to a decline in global demand for the greenback. This, in turn, could result in higher inflation, higher interest rates, and a weaker bond market in the United States. Moody's just waiting, bruh. And Moody's is the credit rating system that they use around the world. They can't wait. The expiration of the petrodollar agreement represents a significant shift in global power dynamics. It highlights the growing influence of emerging economies in the changing energy landscape. While the full implications of this shift remain to be seen, investors should at least be aware that on a macro level, the global financial order is entering a new era. The U.S. dollar's dominance is no longer guaranteed. Just take that title in. Vixac, thank you for the $5 super chat. He said, when they were on YouTube, my favorite show on Reuters was Boom Bust and the Kaiser Report. They literally told mostly everything you needed to know. Well, yeah, it's called The Real Truth. But, you know, they're not going to tell you that because they don't want people to be informed until they want them to be informed, which then it's going to be too late. But thank you for the $5 super chat because you get this here. Now I'm on camera because you know what time this is. Family, who's ready to laugh? Who's ready to laugh? Because a certain group on X is about to get this work. And you damn right. I don't run from no smoke. I'm calling names out. Yes, I am. Baby, yes, I am. I'm calling out names today. Wait a minute. Oh, yeah. The kente cloth is coming out. The Nigerian prince with no name wanted to take this segment. I said, no, sir, you can't do it justice. I'm going to do it for you. Oh, we going to talk today, family, because motherfuckers want to sit up here and talk shit about Black America, and they're ignoring something that's going on the world stage where they could be using their big ass platforms to talk about. I'm going to talk about it, and I'm going to drop names. Let's begin. We're going to start it like this.
You know, let me go here. There's a growing concern in.
We're going to blow this up. Yeah, this guy. Oh, I've been waiting months to say something about this asshole. I don't know what the hell happened. Allegedly, they're telling me that this dude was a rider, and then something happened. He went down the Jackson Reed route, I guess. I don't really give a damn. But when you write some dumb shit like this, yeah, we're gonna call you out. He wrote, ADOS FBA continue to spend all their energy arguing against Pan-Africanism. Keep a pin in that term, by the way. Only to watch as the Oklahoma Supreme Court do what courts usually do when African Americans seek reparations. And for those who have been under a rock, they denied them their claim for reparations. Okay, that's fine. We're going to get them their money. It's all good. There's other ways. So I told him, I get it. You're just waiting for Guyana to get the full bag so you could put on your GT Gold, grab your guana stew, and run down there to oppress the Afro-Guyanese like a true colonizer. So look, here we go. Get the bag. This is why nothing is coming your way. You think the world respects ghetto culture. Deep South Black culture serves us much better than this Los Angeles, New York ghetto culture imposed upon you by England's worst people. So you just talking. I don't know what the fuck you talking about. Speak English, asshole. Comprehend English, asshole. Because I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Reread what I said and delete your comment, because I don't know what the hell you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. And if you meant to say this to him, you should have put it under his thing. Don't put it under mine. But okay, we get it. This fool loves to come online and talk shit about black folk all day, Black American folk all day. Yeah, he don't say nothing about down there in Guyana where the Indians and the black people are killing each other over dumb shit. They can't even get their own country to raise a flag in solidarity depending on who wins an election. But you're trying to school people who live here, who has roots here. Y'all can't even have civil debates with people without talking shit. Then you wonder why they're talking shit about y'all and talking shit about the Caribbean. Then y'all want to come up here and tell me, oh, you just following behind FBI. No, I'm following behind what's right. I ain't talking shit. I'm lucky to be here. My parents had a decision here. My foremothers had a different decision here and there. I'd be in Jamaica right now. I'd probably be a coon. I'd be probably one of them lost Jamaicans down there. So that's him. He's insignificant. Now this motherfucker, because I've called this motherfucker out more than one time to come over here and come tell me all his bullshit. This motherfucker here, boy. This motherfucker's dangerous. I'm just gonna say it. This motherfucker dangerous. I seen this motherfucker post on Instagram. This motherfucker dangerous. Him and that pro-black thought. Them two motherfuckers dangerous. Because they're the one that's stoking this bullshit. Like, he put this dumb thing up here. You know exactly what white supremacy does when they bring the immigrants over. You know exactly what they do. If you on code, they don't want you. They want the coons. because they want to see that's the black people that we are approved of. We're approving that, you know that. But you want to be woefully obtuse because you want to take shots at people. Man, I want to show you this post he put up. That ain't even a post. So you put up a video saying this is Black Americans. All they're doing is buying sugar shit. But if they go back and put up a post going in on Africa, y'all ready to go have a fight. All right. Okay. 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 Where is that post? I saw it, what was it, yesterday? Let me see if I can find it. Now, he got it, Tariq, because Tariq said, what was it? Tariq said that Candace Owens is not American. She's Caribbean. Then he's like, but she's from St. Thomas, which is a territory. It's still in the Caribbean. She's not a Black American. She's even told y'all her father is from St. Thomas. She identifies as Caribbean. Why are you not listening to her? That's like when y'all run out here and say Jamaicans invented hip hop, but Kool Herc told you, I didn't invent it. I just brought something to it. What is wrong with y'all? Then you put up this stupid ass pose. Trying to say that we talking shit. When I say we, I mean, you know, Black first. But this was mostly shot at y'all. Okay, so you have an American runner and you have an American runner and a Nigerian runner. Stay away from anti-African Caribbean groups like FBA, Pretendians, Hebrew Israelites, Secure the Tribe, Black Dutch, NAI, or OBA. They don't represent Black Americans. Who the fuck told y'all they did? Let me ask y'all a question since y'all in here. Do y'all represent Black America as a whole? Maybe I don't know. Y'all can educate me. Do y'all represent the vast majority of Black America? These specific, because again, they keep calling y'all groups. I'm just using their words. I'm not calling y'all groups. I'm using their words. Does FBA represent the vast majority of Black America? Do the Hebrew Israelites, the Black Dutch, original Black Americans, ADOS, the Freedmen, do they represent the vast majority of Black America? That's like saying that IRA represents the vast majority of Ireland, when everybody knows that's not true. For a bunch of people that love talking about Pan-Africanism, they're not making Pan-Africanism look like something that people need to get behind. Let me explain something to you. We don't have a problem with this picture. There's nothing wrong. This is competition between cousins. Now, we'll criticize old favorite Ophelia if she says something out of line about Black folk over here. We'll criticize her, yes. But I think y'all take criticism as hate. Maybe you need to go back to your parents and ask them what criticism is. I'm pointing something out. I don't hate you. But like I said, you type of accounts on these social media platforms, y'all are dangerous. Y'all know better than Lorna Chin. because y'all out here just running your mouths just for engagement. By the way, I hope you got about what, 18 more days, sir, ma'am. You got to go give Elon your ID to keep getting money off of here. What are you going to do? Let me know. You're going to submit to that white man. I know you're going to do that. I know you're going to do that. Back to my point. You're no better than Lawrence Chin. You're no better than Kinder Valeza. You're no better than all these other Caribbean / non-black folk who want to come outside and talk crap about black folk over here. Don't worry, we soon gonna get to why I'm calling these people out. I dare you to say something to me. Matter of fact, you know what? I don't run from no smoke. Watch this. Where is it? I don't run from no smoke. Wait, I clicked the wrong button. I don't run from no smoke. I dare you to come set. We'll set it up any day you want. There. I'm going in on this asinine post you put up because you're ashamed of being a positive black individual. Anyway, we gonna get to this. Because it's funny that they love talking about what y'all doing over here and how hateful y'all are, right? Before we do that, I'm gonna help y'all with a little through line here. Now, notice he keep talking shit about y'all, right? But then this is your response to this white woman saying what she said, right? Okay. Nobody engaged it. They said, "Oh, word. Okay, keep it moving." Okay. Hey, voice of the ancestors, Dwayne. I have a question. Y'all got these big ass platforms. Y'all love talking shit, right? Explain to me why y'all ain't said nothing about this. And this just happened. Why y'all didn't say nothing about this? Y'all Pan-Africans, right? Where is this? Where's your commentaries on this? I need this explained to us. Oh, don't worry. I'm going to chop this part up and I'm going to leave it up there as its own video when this is done. Explain to me why y'all not saying nothing about this. They're over there disrespecting Africans now. First it was in Ukraine. Now they're doing it over there in Russia. They are forcing them young boys into slavery. I said it. They're forcing them into military slavery right now just so they could stay in Russia. But I don't hear y'all saying nothing about that, right? This is what Pan-Africanism is designed for. To make sure shit like this doesn't happen. I need this explained to me why y'all not saying nothing. We gonna read this article. You'll find this fascinating, Tabernacle. Russians recruit African citizens to war in Ukraine due to lack of prisoners, says the UK Defense Intelligence. I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of Pan-Africans in the UK. How come I ain't seeing them talking about this? Oh, you waiting for Nana Akua to say something or Mercy Muroki to say something, right? Y'all waiting for them to say something so you can jump on it. You worried about who flag is repping. Yeah, I'm calling all you Pan-Africans out. Why y'all not talking about this? Why is it the Yankee who has a Jamaican lineage talking about it? Let's read. Y'all gonna love this. Where my military people out? Sound off. UK Defense Intelligence has analyzed reports of Russia's attempts to recruit Africans to fight in the war against Ukraine and sees this as a sign that Moscow is already experiencing a shortage of mobilization resources among prisoners, a category that it has previously relied on to reduce public discontent. The intelligence mentions reports from Ukraine's defense intelligence that Russia is stepping up its efforts to recruit citizens of African countries, including Rwanda, Burundi, Congo, and Uganda, to fight against Ukraine, promising monthly payments of $2,000 to $2,200 and the prospect of Russian citizenship. So they're going to sell themselves out for the cold. Y'all watching Africans sell themselves out to Zangief. But y'all want to tell me that FBA is the problem. We tell y'all it's white supremacy. Y'all run around saying, oh, y'all so worried about white supremacy. Y'all can't even get your neighborhoods in order. Okay, motherfucker. Okay. We tell you that white supremacy is a global system. No, so why are black folks moving to Ghana and all this? Motherfucker, who do you think controls Ghana? Who do you think controls Ghana? You think it's the black folks that control Ghana. You think that? All right, you think that? Oh yeah, it's funny, family. All this knowledge that they got, but they won't tell you who controls Ghana. Oh, Lord. They got somebody running over there right now talking about getting rid of the Constitution and starting over. Okay. But you right. Okay. Look, this y'all are promoting this, right? Because again, y'all don't say nothing about this. Y'all mad? Y'all. I shouldn't even say y'all mad. Y'all are celebrating, because that's what you're really doing. You're celebrating the ancestors, people that lived through actual hate and death on the U.S. doorstep. You're celebrating the fact that they didn't get reparations because somehow, some way, FBA Adolf Freeman B1 failed in securing reparations. But y'all over there got goddamn politicians giving you promises and not even doing nothing. The politicians y'all over there praising tell you they're gonna do something and then switch it, but it's okay because they from whatever country you want rep. But okay, we're gonna go back to that Russia piece. The UK analysts suggest that this campaign reflects Russia's attempts to actively replace significant losses in manpower and support offensive actions on many fronts at once. Quote, with Russia's finite pool of convict recruitment likely accumulated, Russia is likely expanding its recruitment across the global south to avoid additional mobilizations within Russia itself. As well as being domestically unpopular for President Putin and the Russian government, the previous mobilization for the war resulted in a record labor shortage and the exodus of skilled workers such as doctors and IT professionals. Why y'all not saying nothing? Huh? Answer me that. By the way, you Pan-Africans, they're talking about you in this. Why y'all not saying nothing? They called you out before I said something. We told you it doesn't matter what side of the buzzard. Shout out to Torian for that. You want to align with, they don't want you. They knew this was happening and they said, oh, it's black people? Go ahead. Do your thing. Ain't got nothing to do with us. We worried about, oh goddamn. We over there worried about what y'all got going on in Palestine. That's what we worried about. We worried about the brown folk. We ain't worried about the black folk. Why you not saying nothing? Damn, this was going on since last year? Well, isn't that something? Two of them lost their lives and one got arrested. Huh? Where was it? Where was it? Where was your post? You know what? I ain't even gonna accuse you of that. Let's go look. Let me go look. Let me look. Maybe you got it. And if you got it, I'll say I'm wrong. I'll say I'm wrong. Let's see. Okay, so you put something up. Not a lot of black people out here in Russia. Okay. You talking. Oh, so you put this up. A black man taking pictures in Russia. Okay. All right. Where's your posts? Look. See? See? Yeah, sir. Yeah, you could feed them. They don't want you, though. Yeah. Yeah, you put this up, right? Where is your post? Again, where is your post about... Maybe it's on the latest. I could be wrong. Look, see?
Lloyd Wilson.
Look, I don't see anything about you calling out Russia for trying to recruit your African brothers and sisters. I don't see it. Shante, they already had them down there. That's why I kept telling Jamaica, hey, cut the crap and start saying you got oil down there and start getting it pumped. Put some money back into the people's pockets. You're going to let Guyana become the #1 country in the Caribbean with them being a gateway to South America. But they want to sit up there and play games all day. But again, I'm looking at these accounts, these Pan-African accounts. Y'all not saying nothing about that. Oh, somebody that's B1 figured it out. They did the research. Why? I shouldn't be the one doing this. Yeah, guess what, sir? Since you put this up and retweeted it, yeah, guess what? We told you that. Now, where is your post? Look at this. African American Association of Ghana All-White Party. This is what you care about. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Now, if this is supposed to be Africans in a supermarket, why are they buying all this sugary shit? I'm asking questions. This is what you worried about. I understand that, Paul. We never said they weren't. Russia has a rich history in the Caribbean. That's not what the issue is here. The issue is here that ever since this war popped off, both of them sides are going to use black people to exploit the other side. That was the problem. Because when Ukraine was evacuating their citizens from the war zones, Russia was like, listen, African nations, you need to go get your people. The Ukrainians said, nah, screw them folk. We send our people out first. Had Africans doing videos crying, asking their nations for help. Here we are 2 years later. Russia's forces are depleted, and now they're going to go use Africans. How did that work? They don't like us. That's what you should be using Pan-Africanism for. It's fine to sit up there and want to have cultural and monetary and political exchange, but it ain't gonna help matters if you're sitting there talking shit. That's the issue I have with Pan-Africanism. Because ever since people said FBA is my lineage, ADOS is my lineage, Freeman is my lineage, B1 is what I identify as. All these Pan-Africans said we gonna focus 50% on what Pan-Africanism is doing, 50% on what they're doing. Imagine what they could have done with the 25% out of watching what the other side is doing and focused on this. They would have been ahead of this. It shouldn't be me to put this out there. They should have put this out there. Why did I get this from a white news source? And if you're about to tell me that the white people control the media, you're correct. But if somebody's heavily entrenched in Pan-Africanism, this should be something that should be top on their page. Not what FBA is doing. Not what ADOS is doing. Not what Friedman is doing. Trust and believe. When I get off of this, I don't think about them. I think about my own life. They love Africa so much, but they're watching Africa get exploited and not saying anything. But a couple Americans run over to Ghana. Let's blow that up to show how xenophobic Black Americans are. What does that serve? But y'all won't show the stories when they come over there and they get scammed. You won't show that. They don't show what happened in Gambia. They never showed that. That's my point. Balance. Again, and I'll cut off the music when I say this part. You can rag on FBA all you want. It's a free country. You could do with that. They wouldn't even have had a problem with it if you would have checked your own people. And trust and believe, they got at me for that. That's all I'm saying. Paul, what if I told you Russia already won the war? Would you believe me? I'll say that again. What if I told you Russia already won the war? They just won't say it out loud. They already have everything in place. Russian influence, BRICS influence. Russia got oil. Russia got Europe by the balls. Germany already bent the knee. Italy's next. France is doing their exercises right now to bend the knee. The UK is going to stand as long as it can until they start having shortages of energy, and they're going to run right to them Russians. And that's going to strain the relationship from the US with the US and the UK, which is the ultimate goal. Because once you find a little kink in there, you exploit it. All the 100 years of loving on each other goes out the window when money gets involved. Hell, this move by Russia could even influence a whole bunch of Cubans in Miami to go back home. Shout out to Jason Black. He said that years ago. As much as they're trying to build up Miami as an international business hub, looking at this, what's to say Russia don't start throwing some money into Cuba again? Why can't Havana be the international business hub? The cafe con leche tastes a lot better on Dow on what do they call it, Calle Dow, than over there on Southwest 2nd Avenue. Them cigars hit a little better because they're not going to be in transport on a plane. Dare I say the cocaine tastes a little better. Pan-Africanists are sitting here worrying about what Black America is doing. They could have been in on the ground floor of BRICS if they'd have played their cards right. Since they want to invest in Africa all of a sudden, they could have been on the ground floor. They could have had more money. But nah, hate messed up the bag. But, you know, it is what it is. No, because they wanted to be part of the West. That's why they didn't listen to him. As much as Gaddafi was a habitual line stepper with Africa, because on one hand he wanted that, but on the other hand he was fucking with them. That part was right. Control your own economy. But, you know, we can romanticize about history all you want. He's gone. He's been gone for 13 years. And there's still slavery in Libya, by the way, but I don't hear Pan-Africanists on the daily talking about that. They don't even mention it in passing. All it is FBA, 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 FBA. Okay, great. You still got your cousins over there. Your cousins are still being trafficked. to this day. But we can reminisce about that another day. I'm going to go relax. So hopefully you learned something. If you did, I done my job. If not, I'll try to be better next time. I know that segment with the music, I know that didn't make you laugh. I know. The more I started doing it, the jokes that I had, they just went in the back of my head. It actually became something serious. So for those who are going to the rally in 2 days, shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all. I'm sure the recaps will be glorious. Run those numbers up. I think tomorrow night we will do a members only stream with that Twitter space, because they said some shit in there I can't put on regular YouTube. I can't do it. Actually, you know what? Let me think. Because I listened to it again this morning. Let me think. There was some language in there, but I don't think anything crazy. You know what? I could probably do it on an open forum. I think we can do it on an open forum, because I want everybody to hear this. So we'll do that. We'll save the members only stream when we go part 2 into how dirty them folk is. And we go skeeve everybody out. That might be Sunday night, because I'm off Monday. So yeah. So anyway, enjoy the rest of your day. Stay cool. Stay informed. What's that you said? Which country is worse, Saudi Arabia or China? That's a good question. Let's do it list by list. China can call in their loans on us, fuck up the economy. China has a better equipped army than we do right now, outside of missiles and things of that nature. Saudi Arabia can cripple the oil market. Saudi Arabia can single-handedly take down OPEC. If I had to say, I would probably say Saudi Arabia, because at least they'll smile in your face when they fuck you over. Maybe y'all didn't know this, but 2 years ago, they imposed an income tax on their people. I think Saudi Arabia is worse. Especially now that they're in BRICS. They're a lot worse. You could somewhat control them before they got into BRICS. Now that they're in there, can't control them no more. That's why they're doing what they're doing. The second they knew they were about to get in BRICS, remember what they did at the midterms? Biden tried to mess with the oil price so he could get Democrats a boost. And they were like, what are you doing? That's not what we agreed upon. And they put that letter out there and embarrassed him. So yeah. See, the news loves to talk about China all day. Y'all's politicians love to talk about China all day. Notice, they're not saying nothing about Saudi Arabia. Vivek, nothing. Trump, nothing. What in the end? Biden, nothing. What's his name? Lloyd Austin, nothing. Kamami, and she's in charge of foreign policy as the vice president, nothing. Nothing. Look, again, remember, that deal expired yesterday. Look, they're giving them another baby. The G7 is about to give Ukraine $56 billion that they got from Russia. And check this out. Yesterday, Congress said, I didn't even tell y'all this, family. Congress yesterday earmarked $400 billion to Palestine. Dead ass. Dead ass. I saw the dude announce it. I was like, bro, No, wait, no, not 400 billion. I'm sorry. I think it was 400 million, but that's still a lot of money. Let me make sure. I think I got it. I think it was 400 million. Let me make sure. Yeah, 400 million. I'm sorry, not 400 billion. 400 million. There you go, Tabernacle. Just so you don't think I'm lying to y'all. I got the number wrong. It was 400 billion. There you go. You know what 400 million could do with for the neighborhoods of this country? 400 million. 400 million can help the babies get their high schools and middle schools recertified. We could start that pilot program with $400 million. Get our kids smarter. Put robot technology, and have these kids learn how to code. Teach our kids about construction, engineering in 6th grade. Data analytics, cybersecurity, things like that, things that are going to be here in the future. So when they're ready to become adults and that technology's changed, they're already ahead of the curve. They won't do that because they need a dumb populace. But we're here for you guys. This is what we do. But anyway, I've ran it long enough after I should have left. But, you know, before we go, all this that has happened over the last week,
I prayed for this and it happened.
Yes, I did. Sometimes I like being right.
That was good. That was good.
All right, I'm out of here, family. Enjoy the rest of your day. Take care, stay safe, and you know what to do when the ages of chaos come to mess up your existence. You know what? We'll end it off with this.
Continue with the moment of truth in just a moment, but first, a word from the official sponsor of Black Empowerment, Power Tools. There's no telling when something's going to come up, so make sure you carry your power tools at all times. You never know when you're going to need to bring the hammer down, or when you'll have some trash that needs to be blown away, or some obstacle that requires cutting down. Don't get caught empty-handed. Keep your hammer close by. Keep that leaf blower at the ready, and always carry your steel. Power Tools. Because no matter what your day job or side hustle may be, there's no excuse for not being ready to put in some work.
Time's up.
At the end of the day gotta end.